three-point shot. It's
Powering shot, baby.
Red Bulls takes it to the house.
The following is a production of the Rough Rider broadcast team, a presentation of Watlington and Shires Productions.
Well, good afternoon to you, best softball fans. Welcome here to the first big broadcast of the NetSN softball baseball season. I am your host, Larry Pierce, here. We're coming to you live today from Joaquin, home of the Lady Rams, as the Shelbyville Lady Dragons are in town for this big contest here today. And looking pretty good right there. Okay. I lost things here, folks. Give me 1 second. Get back up here. Here we go. And my scoreboard, please. There it is. All right. Sorry, folks. All right, we're getting ready to go here as Coach McCann and Coach Mason are out here having a chat here with the umpires as we had the JV game as the Lady Dragons of Shelbyville were able to pick up that victory right there. And so here we are with this one and the first game of the season here for our NetSN softball and baseball broadcast. And we're going to be bringing you a lot of games here. We'll be right back here again next Tuesday as Joaquin will be hosting Beckville. But tomorrow we'll have another broadcast for you. We'll be coming to you from Shelbyville as the Shelbyville Lady Dragons will be hosting the Lady Bears of Timpson. We'll have that game for you. That will be a 1 o'clock game right here on the NetSN. So join us for that ball game coming up tomorrow here on a NetSN. As both teams are getting going, let's go around the horn for both these teams. For the visiting Shelbyville Dragons, it'll be Bass into the circle. Lavelle will be behind the dish. Harley at third, Snell at second, Jones at short, and Jones at third. So we'll get the shortstop. That's Taylor Jones, and over at third is Jayla Jones. And then you will have a Shoulder out in right, Harvey in center, and Ferris will be the left fielder. Sorry, it might take me a minute to get my lingo down here for some softball folks. So give me a little bit. So as we move over for Joaquin, in the circle will be Bagley. Behind the dish is Anglin. You have Webb, which is at first base. That is, first base Webb is Autumn Webb. And then at second you have Jesse Webb. And then you have Bradshaw at short, Fuller at third. And then we have the Wilson girls. So we have a Wilson. It is a Mariah Wilson. She will be the left fielder. Center fielder will be Kamara Wilson. She'll be in the center field. And then over in right will be Jaylee Cater will be the right fielder for both these teams. That's your lineups as we get ready to go for this one here today. And sit back, relax, and enjoy the ball game here on NetSN as we bring you the big broadcast this afternoon. All right, I know we have the screen right there. We have the fence, but that's pretty much the way we're going to have to go through this. But we are expecting some cameras. We're going to be working on getting some cameras that will kind of peek through the fence right there. So be ready for that here. We'll get those coming along here in the next couple of weeks. So right now we're ready to get this thing rocking and rolling. And the first batter coming up here let's go here. First batter on the way. Ours as Shelbyville and Joaquin come out here and looking pretty good right there. So there we go. All right. So just checking streams out here, folks. All right, so as we get ready to go into the circle for the Lady Rams is, like I said, it'll be Bagley. England is behind the dish for her, and the Lady Rams will be ready to go here on the defensive side. First up will be Snell, Lavelle, and Jones for Coach McCann's squad, or Coach Mason's squad. We've got Coach Mason for Shelbyville, Coach McCann for the Lady Rams. And we got the umpires out here ready to rock and roll here this afternoon. So good throw down. See if we get a good ball game. Knew this was going to be one of the big ones, the premier games as we started the season here. And we got a lot of great softball games coming up here as we get ready to go. Softball and baseball season underway here on NetSN. And we're going to have a lot of games covering all over the area, folks. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this one. I'm trying to make sure we can get all the way over to first base line there. And I think we can get first base and third base in there on the screen. So here we go. Step to the plate is going to be Snell. She'll be up first. And ready to go here for the first pitch. Coming from Bagley. From Bagley in the circle. First pitch is going to be low for ball one. Second one on the way here from Bagley. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now the count. Make sure I'm on the Right sheet here. Going to keep up with the pitcher counts as well, best I can too, folks. That catches the outside corner for Sterak, 2. 1 and 2 now to Snell. Stepping right back in, leading off here for the Lady Dragons. Bagley in the circle, England. Swing and a miss for the strikeout, and that's out to number 1. And that's strikeout number 1 there for Snell. Is out. So stepping to the plate now will be the catcher, Lavelle. 1 out. First pitch is going to be low for ball number 1. Coach motion down the third baseline with the sign here, 1-0. That's up high. Ball 2. Bagley. And circle waiting to see a sign from England. Hand has it. Here's the 2-0. That's a nice pitch right down the pipe. Fastball. Sterak won't. So 2-1-2 without. Lavelle steps right back in, and Bagley with the pitch. That's going to be a shot right to the 5-hole there of the first baseman. That is Webb. And it's a base knock here for Lavelle. And with 1 out, the Dragons put a runner on as Jones comes to the plates. Jones, shortstop for Coach Mason's squad. So Lady Dragons get the first hit here. And stepping in is Jones, ready to go here against Bagley. Here's the first pitch, and they're going to foul that one off. So 1 out, standing over at first is Lavelle. Just out of camera range there. There we go. And right back in goes Jones. 0-1 to her. That's in there for a call. Sterak 2. Throw over to first. For getting back in there is Lavelle. 0-2 to her with 1 out. Stepping right back in is Jones, trying to get Lavelle over to second after the base hit. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's 2 strikeouts here for Bagley. And that's out number 2. So stepping to the plate here is going to be the pitcher, Bass, as Bagley will go against her opponent right here. Bass standing in. 2 outs and a runner on over at first. That's in there for Sterak 1. So 0-1 to her. And the pitch on the way. That's up high. The runner takes off and goes. There's a throw down to second. She's going to be safe. Sliding in there is going to be Lavelle. So she's over to second there on the ball. It's 1-1 now, the count. So runner in scoring position here for the Lady Dragons. They're trying to put something together here in this first inning. Here's the pitch. That's low. It's going to get away from England. That's going to be, I'm going to call that a pass ball there. Ball 2. And that allows the runner to get over to third now. So that makes it 2-1. And Harley on deck for the Lady Dragons as Bagley stands right back in here. And England with the sign. Here's a swing and a miss. And that makes it a 2-2. And coming with the heater right there was Bagley. She was bringing it all. Whew. I think it has some smoke on it. So right back goes Bass, trying to bring the runner in from third. Try to get on the board here first in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. It's going to be low, and they'll throw down to complete the strikeout, and that'll do it. And it's 3 strikeouts here into this inning on 14 pitches, and that will make it a 0-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the first inning. We'll be right back here on a Net SN. All right, folks, we're back here as we get ready to go for the bottom half of the first inning, and no score to start off here in this big ball game here between Joaquin and Shelbyville. Our first baseball, softball broadcast here on the NetSN. We'll have a lot of those games coming up for you. I'll let you know that tomorrow we'll be in Shelbyville as Shelbyville Lady Dragons welcome the Lady Bears of Timpson. We'll have that game for you. It'll be at 1 o'clock right here on NetSN. Then we'll be right back here next Tuesday, as it is the Beckville Lady Bearcats coming to town to take on the Lady Rams of Joaquin. So just some very big, important games here as we get ready to start this our broadcast season. We do have some baseball on the way. We're going to be in West Sabine as Leggett goes to West Sabine here in a week or so. We'll also be back here, Shelbyville Joaquin baseball coming up here shortly too. St. Augustine and West Sabine. Those are some baseball games we got coming up for you as well here on NetSN. But thanks for joining us here today from Joaquin. All right, 14 pitches, 3 strikeouts was the 1-2-3 there for Bagley. They had a runner over on the third, so 1 hit and 1 runner left on, and no errors on the ladies. Put that over there. No errors on the Lady Rams. So here we go as we get ready to go into the bottom half of the first inning. It is the Lady Rams coming to the plate. Anglin, Bagley, Fuller will be the first 3 up. We're going around the horn once again. Here's going to be Bass. Bass will be into the circle, the veil behind the dish. Harley at first, Snell second, Jones at short, Jones at third, and also Shoulder, Harvey, and that's in there for strike number 1 is underway. Anglin, the first hitter, up first, and strike number 1 to her. And it's a high fly ball here, and it's going to go right to Jones at the shortstop there, not having to move much, so 1 out. So first out here, 2 pitches. So here comes Bagley, the pitcher, coming to the plate, see if she can help her own cause, get things started off here for the Lady Rams. As Bagley steps up, Bass, 1 out, nobody on. Bringing it low, that'll be ball 1 to her. So ball 1 here as Bass ready to go. Catching the inside corner according to the blue. And that makes it a 1-1 count. Nice pitch on the inside there for Bass. Fuller will be on deck for the Lady Dragons. No score here in the bottom of the first. That's a shot right back up the gut. And I don't know how I got that. Okay, that's what I did. Bagley with the base knock right up the gut. So that would put her on here. And now coming to the plate, swinging and missing here on the first one is going to be Fuller. So runner over at first now. And that one's going to be fouled up and out of play. It'll be 0-2 count now. On the foul ball here to Fuller. So Bagley standing over at first with 1 out. Fuller steps in, 0-2 counts, and Bass with the pitch. Oh, a piece of that one. Out of play once again. So Fuller right back in with an 0-2 count. She's got her pitcher over there at first. And Fuller steps in, swing and a miss for the strikeout. That's out number 2. And that's the first strikeout here for Bass for the Lady Dragons. So here comes Webb to the plate, first baseman. Trying to move the runner over from first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first, and that's a nice job there on the steal for Bagley. She'll take off and get the steal. Not a throw down. And I believe it was a strike to Webb there. That's on the inside. And that's going to get away and into center field, but a nice job there picking it up for Harvey. She's backing up the play. And it will stay at second, Will Bagley. And a 1-1 count here at the plate. Swing and a miss now is a 1-2. So 1-2 count. That one's going to get away for a 2-2 count now. Moving all the way over to third. Goes Bagley after the pass ball here. So a 2-2 count at the plate. Swing and a miss for the strikeout, and that's exactly what Bass needed to keep the runner over at third. So that'll do it here at the end of the first inning. It will be no score. We'll be right back here as you're watching Joaquin and Shelbyville live this afternoon here in Joaquin.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
For Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty 598-7800 or see their complete listings at matthewsrealty.com.
Alrighty, folks, back here ready to go to the top half of the second inning, and no score here. Both teams threatening, had a runner on and in scoring position here, but great pitching by both pitchers, Bagley and Bass. 14 pitches for Bagley in her first inning. She had 3 strikeouts and gave up the 1 hit. And the same thing basically here for the left one on. Same thing for the pitcher Bass for San August for Shelbyville. Sorry, folks. As Bass in there, she had the 13 pitches, had 1 strikeout. She's got 3 strikeouts and then the 1 hit as well. We're going to get it right here, folks. My first game is taking me a little bit. It's been about a year since I've done a softball game, so we're about there. All right, so here we go as we go to the top half of the second inning. It will be the first baseman Harley stepping up first here against the pitcher Bagley. Swing and a miss for Harley. 0-1. Bagley looking for the sign from England here. Steps back in. Ready to go here. The 0-1 to Harley. That's a shot down the third baseline, and it's a fair ball. Going to get all the way down the line here. Picking it up down there is Ferris. Or sorry, that is Wilson. She'll get it back in. That is a long second base hit here of the game for the Lady Dragons. As Ferris comes to the plate. So Ferris will step up here. The left fielder going to try to bunt her way on, and that's going to stay into the circle. That's going to be a foul ball. 0-1 to her. With an 0-1 count, Ferris will come back up. Jones will be on deck. Lawson, the designated player, will be in the hole. Trying to get a little bunt on again. That's just outside for a 1-1 count now to Ferris. Bagley. Bringing it. That's a foul ball back to the screen. Ferris now down to 1-2. Big crowd here, both Shelbyville and Joaquin side showing out here for this one. This is definitely where we wanted to be to start the season here, this big rivalry game right here. And there's a swing and a miss for Ferris. And that's a strikeout for out number 1. That's strikeout number 4 on of the afternoon already here for Bagley. And now coming to the plate is third baseman Jones. Step up here, squaring around, look like she's wanting to bunt here, pulls it back. Now runs it down the first base side. Nice play there by Webb. She's going to step on the bag and get the unassisted for out number 2. One pitch, one out there. That helps out Bagley. Stepping up to the plate now will be the dozen player Lawson. She'll come up here now with a runner over at second. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be another strike and a throw down to third. They're going to get her too. Nice play there by Anglin to throw down to the third baseman Fuller, and now they pick her off over there running down to third onto the play. So Harley is out there going to third. That is the third out. So it will be Jones at the plate whenever they come back up here into the bottom half or the top half of the third, but a good play there and one hit and nobody left on and no errors here by the Lady Rams. We will go to the bottom half of the second. Cater, Wilson, and Bradshaw on their way when we come back right here on a NetSN.
Your local bank is on the move with improvements to 2 locations. One on the World Wide Web. What used to be ShelbySavingsBank.com is now SSBTex.com, a more powerful and user-friendly website. And at the original Selma Street location, a new lobby to better serve you. Improvements to the corner of Shelbyville and Selma, and at the intersection of your device and the World Wide Web, it's SSB, same bank, new look. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Hey, big thank you to the Pizzeria there last night for the Coaches Show, and we'll hope to get back to the Piney Woods Area Coaches Show coming up excuse me, folks, next Monday, and we'll start that about 6:30, and hopefully have maybe get a couple of these coaches that are here this afternoon down there on the Coaches Show, as we'll be bringing that to you every Monday from the Pizzeria. Come down and be a part of the show, have some pizza, and enjoy the show. As we get ready to go to the bottom half of the second inning, it will be the Joaquin Lady Rams coming up. Cater, Wilson, and Bradshaw, the first 3 up here against Bass. Bass, 1 inning of work, has 3 strikeouts and thrown 12 pitches into that first inning. She's got 1 hit against her, and her team's done well with no errors behind her here. So here we go. Bottom of the second underway. Bass low on the inside. That is ball number 1. Cater, right fielder for Lady Rams, steps right back in here. Look for a big base knock. There's some big hits here, but the ladies on both sides have done a good job on the defense. Not letting that run come across. So it is now 2-0. That's in there for a strike for Bass. Now 2-1. Important game here, just getting underway in district action here for both of these teams. And I mean, this is going to be a hard district to predict with Beckville, Timpson, Shelbyville, Joaquin. I mean, just some great teams into this district. And it's going to be rough and tough. Every one of these games is going to be important now all the way to the end here. It's 3-1 to her. And that's a shot out into left field and get in there to the left fielder. That's going to be Ferris. She'll get under it and make the play. Out number 1. So 1 out. Here comes the left fielder Wilson to the plate. Mariah Wilson. She steps up here for the first time. 1 out, nobody on. Get our count right here, folks. There's a shot, going to be a foul ball down the third base line. Steve Rack 1. Watch out for Coach McCann down there. Watch out for that hot shot down there in the coach's corner. So Wilson steps right back in here with a 1-1 count to her. Bass ready to bring it. Here it is. Can't catch the outside corner. Now 1-1. Still no score here in the bottom of the second. And the pitch. That's a shot right back up the gut. And Wilson is going to get on. Second hit of the afternoon here by the Lady Rams. So 1 out. Runner at first now for Lady Rams. Stepping to the plate here is going to be Bradshaw, the shortstop, trying to move her over. First pitch on the way. Low. Ball 1 to her. That's a shot. Going to be back out of play. And it's a foul ball now. 0-2. So everybody reset here after the foul ball. Bradshaw back in. 0-2 count. Wilson over at first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a shot down of the left field line, and it will get out of play. And it'll stay 0-2. Coming up tomorrow, folks, join us at 1 o'clock game in Shelbyville. Lady Dragons will welcome Lady Bears of Timpson to town. We'll be there for you in Shelbyville tomorrow. 0-2 to Bradshaw. Oh, that's high, going to get away, and that's going to allow Wilson to get over to second on the pass ball. That's ball 1. So 1-2 on the count. So nice job by Wilson to move over into scoring position. 2-2 is the count. Sorry, folks. I get it right here. That's going to be a swing and a miss for strike number 3, and that is another strikeout here. That's out number 2. Strikeout number 4. 4 Bass on the afternoon. Stepping into the plate now will be the second baseman, Webb. Swing and a miss back here to the screen. Swing gets a piece of it, I should say. Back to the screen, 0-1 on the foul ball. So 2 outs, runner scoring position. Over at second is Wilson. Second hit. Up inside there for that one for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. Still no score. Both teams have had runners in scoring position here in both of these innings, but haven't been able to push anybody across just yet. Oh, that'll take one right off the melon right there by the umpire. Good thing the mask is there. Hit right there in front. I think he's okay. Foul ball, 1-2. Took one right off the front of the mask here, just close. Glad it didn't get him on the top of the head there. That would hurt. 1-2. Swing and a miss. That's going to get away there. And trying to throw down the first complete. Oh, what a nice play. And looks like they get her over at first. Nice job there by Lavelle to get it over to Harley for the out. For the third out. All right, so they leave a runner. No errors onto that. So we'll go to the top of the third inning. And coming up for the Shelbyville Lady Dragons, Lawson, Harvey, and Snell will be the first 3 up here against Bagley when we come back right here on the NetSN.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
Alrighty, folks, back here ready to go to the third inning coming up, and it is going to be Lawson, Harvey, and Snell the first three up as we get ready to go. Bagley, through her 2 innings of work, has 4 strikeouts. She has thrown 22 pitches, no base on balls. She's given up 2 hits. No errors for her team behind her. So here we go to the third as Lawson, the DP, steps in here for the Lady Dragons. Bagley ready to go. And first pitch on the way. Low, ball 1. Checking in with Coach over in the dugout here for Bagley. Got the sign she likes. Now ready to go. Here's the pitch to Lawson. That's in there, catching the bottom end of the strike zone. 1-1 to count. Okay, there we go. 1-1 now the count here. Lawson from Bagley. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It is 1-2. For her 5th strikeout of this ball game here as Bagley steps back in ready to go. Angling with the sign and the pitch on the way. Just outside, can't get her to chase after that one. 2-2 now the count. So a 2-2 count, stepping right back in. Harvey will be on deck for the Lady Dragons. Bagley trying to get the strikeout here at the plate. Swing and a miss for the strikeout, and that is out number 1. And that's the 5th strikeout of the ball game here for Bagley. Coming to the plate now will be the center fielder, Harvey. That is Harvey. I got the wrong number down there for her, folks. So let's make that right. There we go. So Harvey steps to the plate here now, ready to go. The center fielder, 1 out, nobody on. Low, ball 1 to her. So 1-0 now to Harvey. She steps right back in, squaring off the bunt, trying to get herself on here. Pulls it back. Here's the pitch. And swinging through that one now, a 1-1 count to her. Center fielder Harvey right back in. Top of the order will be Snell. The catcher will be on deck. With 1 out, here's the 1-1. It's a shot down the third base line. It's going to be a foul ball. Fuller playing up on it a little bit. And it bounces to the left and gets out of play. So 1-2 count. And it just seems like this way this field, this ball game is going to go right down to the end here. Somebody's going to break out in a 1-2, maybe 2-1 here by the end of this one. But both these pitchers pitching very well here to start. Here's the 1-2 up inside, and that's going to be a 2-2 count now to Harvey. So Bagley steps back in here, trying to get Harvey with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch on the way. Catching the outside corner for the strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Bagley. And that's out number 2. Still nobody on. To the top of the order goes Snell. Struck out her first time up to lead off here for the Lady Dragons. She'll step in here. Top half of the third inning. Lavelle will be on deck if Snell can get on. High outside, ball 1. Second baseman for Lady Dragons stepping right in here. Bagley with the pitch. Swing and a miss. It is now 1-1. So the 1-1 pitch now here as Bagley trying to get out of this inning. Sends it back to the screen here. Now a 1-2 count. Pitcher's duel going on here, and it's continuing as Bagley steps right in, trying to get a 1-2-3 strike him out inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and does. 3 up, 3 down here by way of the strikeout. And that is another strikeout here for Bagley, and that will end the inning as it will still stay 0-0. And coming to the plate here with no hits and nobody left on and no errors there by the Lady Rams. Coming to the plate, it will be Wilson, Anglin, and Bagley, the first 3 up when we come back. You're watching Joaquin and Shelbyville here on your NetSN Game of the Day here in Joaquin.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American
no, I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's what I need.
Father.
Ice cream.
Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they could all get something good. Dairy Queen.
At Hope Community Medicine, they believe that more than medicine is needed when providing quality care for their patients. With locations throughout East Texas, the vision is to give hope to those who seek a better life by caring for their body, mind, and soul, and not about their ability to pay. Through the network of staff and locations, Hope seeks to be primary provider of medical, dental, and behavioral health. Because the difference that Hope makes is the difference between night and day. Hope Community Health.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back here as we get ready to go to the bottom half of the third inning, and it will be the Joaquin Lady Rams coming to the plate here in the third. It will be Wilson, Anglin, and Bagley, the first 3 up here, going against the pitcher Bass. Bass, through her 2 innings of work, has 4 strikeouts, no base on balls. She's thrown 28 pitches. She's given up 2 hits, and her team has no errors behind her as we get ready to go here. And first up at the plate, Kamara Wilson, center fielder, steps in ready to go here against Bass. And the first pitch of the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to her. Tried to bunt on there a little bit, kind of got past her and got just the tip of the bat there for a foul. Tip for the strike. That one's going to be fouled off over to the left side. It will go 0-2 quickly here now to Wilson. I said the big games here between these two teams, and then, coming up tomorrow we got Shelbyville and Timpson. I mean, all these teams are going to be fighting. Beckville, all of them are going to be fighting all the way through this district season here for position. And the top 4 teams and whoever comes in number 5 here is going to be a great team here. And it's going to be a hard district to win, that's for sure. That one's up high outside. Same thing on the baseball side. We got lots of baseball to cover here, too, on NetSN. So join us for that. We're going to be first baseball game coming up next week. Going to be in West Sabine. Swing and a miss there for Wilson, and the strikeout on the fastball. You could hear it coming. That's the 5th strikeout for Bass on the afternoon. So to the top of the order we go. Anglin, she flied out to shortstop her first time up. So coming up here into the third with 1 out and no score. Nobody on. And the pitch. Fouled it back to the screen. 0-1 to her. So Bass right back in, working quickly here to Lavelle. Here's the 1-0-1. That one's going to be a shot out into a left center field, but the left fielder getting underneath it there. That is going to be Ferris. She'll make the play. And that's out number 2. It will be Bagley to the plate now. Bagley come up is 1 for 1. She had a single. Got left there at third base. Back into the first. So coming up here with 1 of the 2 hits for the Lady Rams. Trying to help her own cause with 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch up on side is ball 1. Bass with the pitch. Low inside. It is now 2-0. Not one to give in to her, knowing Bagley can get a hold of one. Trying to get herself back on here. And the 2-0. That's going to be a high fly ball here, and it's going to be playable maybe up against the fence, and a nice try there by Lavelle, but right up against the fence there is going to be away. That's a foul ball. So 2-1. And here's the pitch up on the inside, and calling it 3-1 now. Bagley step back in here. Will Bass come after her here, try to get this second strike, try to get her to pop one up, and high fly ball going to get out of play once again, and it's now a full count. First full count of the ball game here, coming in the bottom of the third inning with 2 outs. So Bagley right back in. Here's the payoff pitch. Shot out into right center field, and that is going to be a dinger right there. And that's a big dinger right there for Bagley, as a home run is going to break the tie as Bagley gets the dinger. And it's a 1-0 ball game. 2 outs, and the dinger brings it home. So 1-0 here for Joaquin on the home run. Second hit of the ball game here for Bagley, and she sends that one right over right center field fence, and no doubter for the dinger there for Bagley. Coming to the plate now is going to be Fuller. She struck out. She's 0 for 1 at the plate. Her team now up 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Steps in here now with the pitch. That's going to go right back up the middle there. So Fuller is going to get a back-to-back hits here for the Lady Rams. So here comes Webb to the plate. 0 for 1 at the plate so far. Now has runner at first. And steps in. Inside, quick snap down to first. Nice try there by Lavelle, but getting back is Fuller. Webb takes ball 1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now 1-1. Webb trying to keep this inning going here for her team. She's got a runner over at first. So the 1-1 count. Here's Bass with the delivery. That's up high. 2-1. So here's Bass with the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Now 2-2. Two outs of the inning. That's right. Low on the inside. Here's the run down to second. Going to try to get her. That's a nice steal there by Fuller. She'll steal the bag. That's the second stolen base here by the Lady Rams. And it's going to be a full count at the plate. And with 2 outs, Webb standing in here with a runner in scoring position now at second. That's in there for the strike call, and that's going to do it. And boy, I tell you, Bass really needed that one on the strikeout. That strikeout number 6, and she gets her there on the strikeout. So they'll leave a runner over at the second, but get 2 hits into the inning. No errors there by the Lady Dragons. We will go to the 4th inning. That is coming up here. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back as we're moving right along here in this big game here in Joaquin.
What's that old State Farm slogan?
What do you do when the world gets a little blurry? When the eyes aren't exactly doing what they once did? You need a little focus. In Center, Texas, that focus is on the Center Square, right next to the Rio. The beautiful and historic offices of Dr. Charles Collard. If it's frames or contacts you're looking for, or if it's a more serious problem, Dr. Collard can help you. Dr. Charles Collard in Center. Your Center Rough Rider winter sports schedule brought to you in part by Ace Hardware. Ace is the place in Shelby County for the helpful hardware folks. Brookshire Brothers, beginning its 103rd year as your neighborhood market. And Covington Lumber Supply. If you need it to build or repair, you find it at Covington's.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here, and I didn't hit my cameras. Let's see if we can get back where we're supposed to be. All right, so here we go to the bottom half, or top half of the fourth inning. Let me get everything back to where it's supposed to be here. All right. And there we go. So got a little bit of a break here on the. So there we go. Make sure we're all right. I don't need to turn those off. That's what I need. Some new stuff here on the scoreboard and trying to get it all worked out here, folks. Give me 1 second. All right, so now we're ready to go. Thanks for Bagley in England. Taking a little bit of time here. So Lavelle, Jones, and Bass, the first three up here now on 1-0 ball game. Joaquin on top here in the top of the fourth. We go. Bagley with the pitch, and that's going to be fouled off. Heads up over there. And watching out for the cars as Lavelle strike one to her. "36 pitches now, 7 strikeouts, no base on balls, giving up 2 hits is Bagley. No errors for her team behind her. Coming into this inning here, that's high outside, and that will be a 1-1 to Lavelle. Bagley looking in here for the sign to Anglin. Here's the pitch, the 1-1 on the way. That's to be a shot right down into first base. Nice job by the second baseman. So it was just outside the reach there of Webb at first. So Bradshaw picks it up and takes care of it on a 4-3 for out number 1. So 1 out here. Stepping into the plate now is Jones. She's 0 for 1. The shortstop struck out her first time up. One of the 7 strikeout victims of Bagley here today. That one's going to be fouled back to the screen. Heads up now. So an 0-1 count, 1 out. Oh, 1 to her. As Jones stands right in here, ready to go. Pitch on the way from Bagley. Stayed away from it along the inside, and it's a 1-1 count. So 1-1 here, new ball coming in now for Bagley. He's got all of them coming in here. Anglin filling up the umpire's pockets now. Ready to go. Throw one over to the other side. Now we're ready to play here. 1-1 count, 1 out. As we are in the top half of the fourth inning. A 1-0 ball game. A home run by the pitcher Bagley. Steps in with a 1-1 count on the way. That's going to be a shot there tonight. Oh, what a play by Bradshaw. Great play by Bradshaw, 4-3, snags it there to the right field side and gets a nice play, and that is out number 2. So 2 outs here. Coming to the plate now will be the pitcher Bass, trying to help her own cause. She struck out her first time up. Nobody on, 2 outs. Here in the top of the fourth. Wouldn't surprise me if this ended up a 1-1 game or 2-1 game the way things are going. Both these pitchers pitching very well. Good defense. Big knock there by Bagley in the bottom half of that third to give him the run. And that's going to be right into the dugout over there. Watch out, Lady Dragons over there in the dugout. 0-1 to her. Saw one go into the Lady Rams dugout a while ago. Now we get one of the Lady Dragons over there, so be careful. Heads up. We got to have that head on a swivel the whole time in there, whether you're in the dugout or not. Here's the 0-1 on the way. That's going to be a little runner right back to Bagley. That'll go 1-3 in a nice 1-2-3 inning here by the Lady Rams. And then they'll get no hits and nobody left on and no errors by the Lady Rams. To the bottom of the fourth inning we will go. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back here as we're moving right along on a great, beautiful evening here in Joaquin for some softball.
Does the national financial situation confuse you? What about your own? Wayne Christian Financial Services is where you turn. Wayne has spent a career answering these questions for clients, and his daughter, Eliza Christian Furman, does the same thing now. Join Wayne Christian's team at Wayne Christian Financial. Year in and year out, Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep has backed the riders. And you're in and you're out? Wright Chrysler's the place you go for the right vehicles, Jeeps, SUVs, cars, and trucks. Sales manager Jeff Baker and Chrysler and Rough Rider standout Greg Hubbard would love to set you up with the right vehicle at Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here, and I say a big thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors help bringing us the ball games here for you. Got lots of great games on the way for you here. This is just the start of our broadcasting here for baseball, softball season here in the Piney Woods. And it's going to be a great season all the way, and we're going to be covering any playoffs that come around. We're going to be on that too. So keep up with us here as we go through the season. We're going to try to get all these teams, as many as we can, softball and baseball, a couple times at least throughout the year. But I tell you, some great games coming up here over the next couple of weeks that we're scheduled up for. Tomorrow, just in case you just joined us, we'll be in Shelbyville tomorrow. It's Timpson Lady Bears and the Shelbyville Lady Dragons. Hook it up in Shelbyville tomorrow, and then we'll be right back here on Tuesday in Joaquin as Beckville comes to town, and what will be a great game. I can guarantee you that right there too. That's low on the inside here as we start off, as that is Cater at the plate. She flied out her first time up, so 0-1 to her, or 1-0 to her, I should say. Now a 2-0 count to her. .47 pitches, 6 strikeouts, 2 hits, 1 run, and no errors for Bass in the circle here today. That's a strike. So now it is 2-1. Nice pitch there from Bass. Wilson on deck. Bradshaw in the hole here for the Lady Rams. They lead it 1-0 here in the bottom half of the fourth. And that one's going to be popped up there just past to the – oh, Jones, I'll tell you what, from the shortstop, had a good run at it there in the foul ground, but it gets out of play. And it's now a 2-2 count. Nice try there by Jones. She had a beat on it, was just out in front of her before she could catch up to it. So now 2-2 count here to Cater. She steps back in. That one's going to be low for a full count. So Bass looking for the out here, and Cater looking to get on. That's going to be low. That's the first base on balls for either team here today. So Wilson comes to the plate. She's 1 for 1. Single, her first time up. And Rams leading at 1-0 here, trying to put something together against Bass. In the bottom of the fourth, that one's going to be slapped over to the left side by Wilson. It'll get out of play. 0-1 count. So he's trying to slap that over there to the left side somewhere. And give Cater and her a good chance to get maybe a couple extra bases. Here's Bass with the pitch. That's going to be fouled off behind us. 0-2. Bottom of the fourth, 0-2 count, no outs. Runner over at first here for Lady Rams as they lead it right now. 1-0. There's Wilson once again slapping it down that one left side, and it'll get out of play and it'll stay 0-2. Ready to go. Wilson right back in here. Bass trying to induce maybe a double play here. Up high outside. And now 1-2. Trying to get her to chase after that one, but Wilson not going after it. That's a shot, and that's going to be a fair ball that just over the third baseman heading down into the corner. Coming around is Cater. She's at third. Coach going to send her. Cater on her way, and that's going to be an RBI double for Wilson. Coming around to score Cater. And that will now make it a 2-0 ball game and a runner scoring position over at second with no outs. And Bass race to go against Bradshaw. Made a great play there at second. That's going to get out of play. 0-1. So 0-1 to count. Still no outs here. Runner scoring position now 2-0 Joaquin. And that one's going to be a shot over to the left side. It'll get out of play now 0-2. Wilson with a great shot. Slapped it over there. Got over the third baseman Jones's head. And just stayed inside the line. And she ends up on second on the RBI double. That's up high inside. And it will be a 1-2 count. So 1-2 from Bass. And the bell ready. That's up high, even to count at 2-2. Bass steps back in the circle looking for that first out. Trying to keep something on the infield here. That gets up high inside. That'll make it a full count, 3-2. So the count now full with no outs. And Wilson standing over at second. That's going to be ball 4. Second base on balls here into this inning for Bass. And that puts runners now at first and second for the Lady Rams. To the plate now comes Webb, and the first pitch to her, and that's going to be a shot right there, and it's going to get at second. Nice play there by the second baseman. That is Snell. She picks it up and catches the runner coming across. Wilson goes to third. Bradshaw is out onto the unassisted there by the second baseman for 1 out. But Webb is onto the fielder's choice. So 1 out. And now runners onto the corners for Lady Rams. Quick snap down to third, and that's going to hit her down there, but not intentionally. Does allow the runner now to move over to second. And it's a 1-0 count here to Wilson. That's going to be just low now for a 2-0 count. So runners at second and third. Still a 2-0 ball game here. But the Lady Rams are threatening with only 1 out. Up high on the inside. Can't catch the inside there. That'll make it 3-0. So Bass now in trouble of loading them up here. In the bottom half of the fourth. Joaquin Lady Rams trying to take advantage of that here. Here's the pitch. That's ball 4. And 3 base on balls here have loaded them up. And 1 run has come in. And that will bring England to the plate. England comes to the plate now. Bases full, 1 out. England 0 for 2. A couple flyouts, her 2 times up. Bass needs an out here. That's going to be a shot there at first. Nice job there by Harley to come over and snag it out of the air. And that's the second out. That was a big help there to her pitcher. What a great play. That leaves them full still. But here comes Bagley, who had the big dinger back into the 3rd inning. Now coming up here against Bass. That's up high inside. That'll be ball 1. So with 2 outs, big out needed here, but bases are full. Got no place to pull her. Bass try to get a ground ball here. Inside, it is now 2-0. So 2 for 2, a home run and a single. Her 2 times up here as Bagley stands in here with bases loaded. 2 outs. That's in there for a strike. That's a nice spot there by Bass. So 2-1 now to Bagley. Bass bringing it. That's a high fly ball out into left field, going back on it. And that is going to get down in front of the left fielder. Here comes 1 run, 2 runs. Here comes a 3 runs, and that's a 3-run double by Bagley. So another hit for Bagley here. Second hit brings in 3 more. So that cleared off and put Bagley at second. And 3 more come in. And Bass looks like she may be coming out here. Or coach going to go out and have a chat with her at least. So now 5-0 here after the double by Bagley. Fuller coming to the plate. She's 1 for 2 at the plate so far here today. Two hits in this inning, and Coach Mason done with his chat there with Bass. Coming to the plate now is Fuller. He's trying to bring Bagley around as they put up a 4 spot here into this inning. That's a high fly ball out into left center field, and that is going to be a dinger. That's what we call a 2-run shot. That's Fuller. 2-run home run here. And adds a couple more here for Fuller. And a second home run of the game here by the Lady Rams makes it now a 7-0 ball game here over Shelbyville. 2 outs. That brings Webb to the plate. She's the 9th hitter to the plate here. She's 0 for 2. Coming up here onto this one. And now Bass. Big inning here by the Lady Rams. They've opened it up now to 7-0. Nobody left on the base pads now. So Bass right back at it here. We'll face Webb here trying to find that 3rd out. See if the Lady Dragons can get those bats working into the top half of the 5th. Now trying to get 7-0 here. Up high, ball 1. That's low on the outside and is now 2-0. On the way. That's up high, goes 3-0. So 3-0 count to her. And Webb right back in. That's on the inside corner for a 3-1 count. Bass finding the spot right there. So 6th spot here into this inning, only on 2 hits. Make that 3 hits. 3 base on balls. And that one's going to be ball 4, and that is a 4th base on balls here. So now Cater coming right back to the plate here. Started off the inning with a base on balls. So she'll step up here. And now they may get their in a rundown. Quick throw down to first there by LaBelle. Nice job getting back there is Webb. They might have caught it if LaBelle got down there a little bit quicker. But keeping Webb over at first. And first pitch on the way now to Cater. Up inside. Now they're going to snap down there to first. It's going to get behind, but here's a show over to second. Oh, safe. Nice job there by Cater. She's going to steal the bag. Or Webb, I should say, steal the bag. 3rd stolen base now. And it's a 1-1 count here. With 2 outs to Cater. That one's going to be low. And it'll be a 2-1 count now. 2-1, 2 outs. And Bass trying to get out of this inning. He's got to run over at second now. And that's going to be fouled off, and it'll be a 2-2 count. So 2-2. Bass trying to get out of this inning here. Get those bats working for the Lady Dragons. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be fouled off and out behind us. And it'll stay 2-2. Going over 30 pitches this inning alone here for Bass. And she steps up with a 2-2 here now to Cater. Here's the pitch. Fouling it off as well. So getting foul ball back in here. The 2-2 count remains here to hitter Cater at the plate. She's got to run over at second. In the big inning here for the Lady Rams, and they lead it now 7-0. Here's the pitch on the way. That's a shot there at the shortstop. Nice job there by the shortstop getting it across, and it goes 6 So 3 for the third out to get out of this fourth inning here for the Lady Dragons. So here we go into the top half of the fifth inning. It will be a 7-0 ball game. We'll be right back here on a NetSN. Hope you're enjoying the ball game here from Joaquin.
Your local bank is on the move with improvements to 2 locations, one on the World Wide Web. What used to be ShelbySavingsBank.com is now SSBText.com, a more powerful and user-friendly website. And at the original Selma Street location, a new lobby to better serve you. Improvements to the corner of Shelbyville and Selma, and at the intersection of your device and the World Wide Web, it's SSB, same bank, new look. Year in and year out, Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep has backed the riders. And year in and year out, Wright Chrysler's the place you go for the right vehicles, Jeeps, SUVs, cars, and trucks. Sales manager Jeff Baker and Chrysler and Rough Rider standout Greg Hubbard would love to set you up with the right vehicle at Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
All righty, folks, welcome back here as we go to the top half of the fifth inning. It is a 7-0 ball game here. And coming to the plate for the Lady Dragons, it will be Harley, Ferris, and Jones working here against Bagley. Bagley has got herself a couple of big hits here. She is actually 3 for 3 at the plate here. Home run, scored a couple of runs, and actually just a triple away from the cycle here for Bagley. She gets up again. And here we go into the fifth inning as Bagley pitching has got 7 strikeouts and no base on balls. And she has thrown 43 pitches so far, and she's given up the 2 hits in the ball game. And that's where she is, and no errors behind her for her team. 1-2-3 inning last time up. As Harley steps up here, she's 1 for 1, had a single. Back in the second. One of the 2 hits here against Bagley. So Harley steps up here now, ready to go in the fifth inning. Trying to get something going here for the Lady Dragons. And that's ball 1 to Harley. So ball 1 to her. Harley standing right in. And the pitch on the way. It's going to be a high fly ball. It's going to get out of play. And it is strike 1. 1-1 now to count. So the first baseman, Harley. Stranded at first. Back into the second. Steps in here with a 1-1 count. Low on the inside. And it'll make it 2-1 from Bagley. Bagley checking for the sign. Now has what she likes. Ready to go. Pitch on the way. High fly ball here on the infield. Shortstop will be Bradshaw. And she'll make the play there. Or is that Bagley backing up there to make the play? Out number 1. One out. Stepping into the plate now is Ferris. Struck out her first time out. Bagley bringing it up high. Ball 1. One out, nobody on. Lady Dragons. That's up inside. 2-0. Have went 1-2-3 in the second, third, and fourth inning. We can put something together here with only a couple hits against Bagley so far. And it's 2-0 to the left fielder, Ferris. Can't catch the outside corner. Now goes 3-0. Bagley trying to avoid her first strike, her first base on balls here. As Ferris looking to get on and get something started here for Lady Dragons, trailing to 7-0. That's in there for a strike, taken all the way, 3-1. Pitch on the way, trying to lay down the bunt. Bagley coming out of the circle. She'll make the play just in time. And then it'll go 1-3 for out number 2. So with 2 outs, stepping up to the plate now, Jones. Find out her first time up. And that one's low for ball 1. One over the count. Bagley right back in here trying to complete another 1-2-3 inning. That's a little slow runner. Bagley over to first. Nice job on the stretch there by Webb. And it'll go 1-3 for the third out. Another 1-2-3 inning here. No hits, nobody left, no errors by the Lady Rams. We will go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, and it will be a 7-0 lead for Joaquin over Shelbyville here this afternoon here on your Piney Woods Game of the Day.
At Aurora Concepts, our team of doctors and advanced practice providers are highly trained and qualified in family medicine. We strive to provide our patients guidance towards the healthiest lifestyle possible, no matter their age. We offer a full spectrum of family medicine, including scheduled appointments, telehealth services you can do from home, and walk-in visits with no appointment. We accept all major insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we also have the most competitive self-pay rates in the area. For highly trained expert care in East Texas, choose Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
For Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty 598-7800 or see their complete listings at matthewsrealty.com.
All righty, folks, we're back here, and it looks like we may get a pitcher change coming up, as it looks like it'll be number 7, Jones, the shortstop. She's going to come in to pitch now, and it will be Bass, the pitcher, will now go to the shortstop position. So it will be Jones now in to pitch, and Bass will go to the shortstop position. Bass and her 4 innings of work. Went through 78 pitches. She had 6 strikeouts. She had 4 base on balls. She gave up 5 hits, and all 7 runs are charged to her here in this ball game. So it will be a new pitcher. Will be Jones. Will come in now, and she'll be ready to go as a new pitcher for the Lady Dragons. First up here for the Lady Rams will be Wilson, Bradshaw, and Webb, as a lead at 7-0. Going to the bottom half is where we are, aren't we? Okay, let's get our scoreboard right. Bottom half of the 5th inning. There we go. So Jones, a new pitcher, and she'll be ready to go here against Wilson. Wilson is 2 for 2. She's got a single and a double. Her 2 times up. So the lefty will stand up here, ready to go against the new pitcher, Jones. Taylor Jones. Pitcher now for Coach Mason and the Lady Dragons, as Wilson stands in here, trying to add to the lead here if the Lady Rams can't. Here's the pitch on the way. That's low, and that's ball 1 to Wilson. So 1-0 to her. She steps right back in here, ready to go. Wilson taking that one for a strike. Now 1-1. Pitch there from Jones. Join us tomorrow, folks. We'll be in Shelbyville. Coming to you live in Shelbyville tomorrow at noon. As that one's going to be a little runner, and it'll be a foul ball here by Wilson. That'll be at 1 o'clock, in Shelbyville, as Timpson Lady Bears and Shelbyville will get together. As Lady Dragons of Shelbyville and Timpson Lady Bears will get together for a big district matchup. That is tomorrow, and it will be at 1 o'clock right here on NetSN. Friday we'll be in center for some soccer action. The Center Rough Riders are trying to continue their second place hold there in their district for district playoffs coming up. Full count now at the plate. I'm sorry, 2-2 at the plate. And that one's going to be in there now for ball 3. Now it will be a full count at the plate. Wilson, single and a double, her 2 times up here. Trying to get on. And that's going to be fouled off. Staying 3-2. Tight pitching matchup there, even after that one run there in the bottom of the third, but some base on balls there by the Shelbyville pitcher. Ends up with a big inning there into the bottom of the fourth, and that's going to be a hit by the pitch. And that'll put Wilson on. So coming to the plate now will be Bradshaw. She's a 1-for-1 and has a base on balls her 2 times at the plate today. So Wilson, Bradshaw steps up here. High ball 1. Runner over at first. That's going to be a shot right there at Bass. Nice job by Bass to be in position. It's a hot shot right to her. That's out number 1. So coming to the plate now is going to be Webb. Fielder's choice and a ground out her 2 times up. That was going to be fouled off. And it's 0-1 here. 1 out and runner over at first. Great play there by Bass now at shortstop, starting pitcher. Who's over? Jones now into the circle. And she's 0-1 here to Webb. Pitch on the way. That's going to be fouled off. And it's 0-2. 0-2, 1 out. Rams trying to add on here. They lead it 7-0, and that's reaching out there. Would have been a ball there, but that's going to be fouled off. Webb just gets a piece of it out there. She stayed away from that one. It would have been ball 1 for her, but staying up there with an 0-2 count. Got a piece of it to stay alive, actually. So here we go, 0-2 to Webb. That's going to be a run down the first base line there, and a nice job by Harley taking care of it down there at first. Two outs. And here's Wilson trying to lay down the bunt, trying to move her over to third. And I'm going to say safe at first. Oh, I tell you what, that moves him over from first to third now with 2 outs. And good base running there by Wilson as she gets over there. And now you got Anglin coming back to the plate here in this 5th inning. Runners now at first and the third. And that's going to be a shot, and it'll get up the middle. And that's going to bring in a run. And a nice job here by the Lady Rams bringing in another run, and now make it 8. Nothing now the score. And Bagley coming to the plate as Anglin. The one that's over there at first on the single. And fouling away is Bagley, who's looking for a triple to complete the cycle here this afternoon. 0-1 to her. Here's the pitch. Jones high outside, 1-1. So Bass is over at first. And Harley's over there at short. Okay, I got that now. Bass is over at first. Harley is over at short. Okay, now we got it. Jones is in the circle. Bass going to get back here to the screen. And that'll be a pass ball. Both runners are going to move up. So now, 3-1 to count, 2 outs. Runners at second and third here for the Lady Rams. That's going to be ball 4. And that'll load them up. So first base on balls here by Jones, as it will be now loaded as Fuller comes to the plate. Fuller comes up. She's 2 for 3 at the plate today with bases full, 2 outs. And that was going to be a high foul ball. It's going to get out of play. And Fuller, 0-1 to her. Still 2 outs, but the base is full. And the Lady Rams trying to add to the action here. That one's up high. Now 1-1 count. Fuller trying to find a spot here to bring in a couple more runs. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss as Jones bringing the heat right there. It is now 1-2. Trying to get out of this inning without any more damage here. It's been 1 run into the third, 6 in the fourth, and 1 more here in the 5th inning. And the pitch on the way. That's going to be fouled off. And it'll stay 1-2. So 1-2 the count to her now. After the foul ball, bases remain loaded here for the Lady Rams. That one's low. Gonna make a 2-2 count. Tried to take a little something off of that one, but couldn't get her to chase after it. 2-2. Oh, count full once again here. There's Jones trying to get Fuller. Without any more damage here, they are loaded for the Lady Rams. That's up high, and that's a base on balls, so back-to-back walks. Gonna bring in another run. That leaves them loaded. One 1-0 at the plate now to a Webb. That was going to be a shot out into right field. Right fielder on her horse. Nice job out there by Scholler to come up and make the play. And that'll end the inning here. But another couple of runs come in here by the Lady Rams to increase that lead now to 9-0. So we'll go to the top half of the 6th inning. And it will be Shelbyville coming to the plate. It'll be Lawson, Harvey, and Snell when we come back as you're watching your Piney Woods area game of the day. I knew I was going to get it right before too long here on the NetSN.
And Rough Rider Oil.
Need brand new construction from the ground up or a remodeling job? Ricky Andrews can do it all. Whether it's tile for the floor or reimagining a space in the house. Something wonderful with the bathroom. And oh, what he can do with kitchens. Find him on Facebook or give him a call at 591-2233. Ricky Andrews Construction. At Hope Community Medicine, they believe that more than medicine is needed when providing quality care for their patients. With locations throughout East Texas, the vision is to give hope to those who seek a better life by caring for their body, mind, and soul, and not about their ability to pay. Through the network of staff and locations, Hope seeks to be primary provider of medical, dental, and behavioral health. Because the difference that Hope makes is the difference between night and day. Hope Community Health.
All righty, folks, we're back here as we get ready to go to the 6th inning. The Lady Dragons are trailing it now 9-0 here to the Lady Rams of Joaquin. As I'm breaking my camera down here. So now we're ready to roll. There we are. As we get ready to go here now for the 6th inning, it will be Lawson, Harvey, and Snell going against Bagley. Bagley, through her 5 innings of work, has got 7 strikeouts, no base on balls. She's thrown 52 pitches and no errors and only given up 2 hits. And that one's going to be a little runner, and it'll be a foul ball here by Lawson. And it's 0-1. So 0-1 to her. Can't catch the outside corner there for Bagley, so it'll be a 1-1 count now. So the 1-1 count, stepping right back in here is Lawson. She's 0 for 1 at the plate today. Here's the pitch to her. That one's low, and it'll be a 2-1 count. So the freshman Lawson stepping in. Great basketball season for this young lady. 2-1 to her. That was going to be a shot. It'll get out into left field, and it'll be in for a hit. And that's the first base hit since the 2nd inning for the Lady Dragons, as Lawson gets a big knock right there for Shelbyville. So that'll bring Harvey to the plate. She's 0 for 1, struck out her first time up. Harvey steps to the plate here, ready to go. Trying to keep things going here for the Lady Dragons. They trail it, trying to get a couple runs across. That's in there for a strike 1. Oh, 1 to her. Harvey's right around like she wants to bunt. That'll get away. And that'll give Lawson a chance to get down to second, and she'll make the steal. First stolen base of the night here by the Lady Dragons, as it's a 1-1 count here at the plate to Harvey. So good job there by Lawson. Saw that England's having a little bit of trouble with it. Takes off for second and gets in there with the steal. So 1-1 count, putting herself in scoring position here for Harvey. Here's the pitch. That's low. It's going to get away from England as well. And Lawson will now take off and go to third. And it'll be a 2-1 count. So a 2-1 count here now to Harvey, stepping right back in with a runner over at third for the Lady Dragons. Bagley bringing it. And that's going to be foul tipped, and it'll be a 3-2 count. Make that a 2-2 count. Bagley, 3 up, 3 down in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings. Gives up a hit here to start the 6th, and Harvey, 2-2 count with a runner now over at 3rd after a couple pass ball. And England now ready to go. Here's the pitch from Bagley, and that's going to be a shot in to get down into right center field, and it will get down, and that'll bring a 1-run home. And that's an RBI single here for Harvey as the run comes home. 2nd hit of the inning. And now to get the Lady Dragons on the board. No outs. And now coming to the plate, top of the order will be Snell. She's 0 for 2. Got a runner over at first. Now 9-1 ball game. Here's Snell. Trying to play some small ball there, and that's going to be called a strike to her. 0-1. Bring in as many runs you can. Trailing at 9-1 here. Still got a little ways to go here in the 6th inning. No outs. Trying to piece together a few more runs here are the Lady Dragons. As Snell steps in. Runner at first. That's going to be outside. 1-1 to count. Runner now moves over to second on the wild pitch. All right, so 1-1 count here. Runner now at second, and that is Harvey. As Snell steps in and swing and a miss. Now it is 1-2. Bagley looking to get that first out here, keeping no any more runs from coming in. She's lit 9-1 here, giving up a couple hits to start off the sixth inning. Bagley now with the pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll be the strikeout. That's out number 1. 8th strikeout of the ball game here for Bagley. Runner staying over at second. Coming Lavelle. She is 1 for 2 at the plate today. Low, ball 1. So Jones will be on deck for the Lady Dragons. As Harvey sits over there on second. See if somebody can bring her around, trying to find a way to get over to third here. Here's the pitch from Bagley. And low. It'll be 2-0. So with a 2-0 count, Bagley back in the circle, has the call she likes. Angling down behind the dish. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-0. So 3-0 count. Lavelle stand in, ready to take it. That's a swing, and it'll get back foul ball. Just get a piece of it back to the screen. Three and 1. And Harvey squatting down there a second, ready to go here as Bagley ringing it and fouling it away. Now runs the count full, 3-2. First time Bagley's had to really work here since really the first. Runner in scoring position here as 1 run's come across here into this inning for the Lady Dragons. Have a runner in scoring position over at second. Bagley bringing it. That's going to be a shot down to the third base line. Third baseman on it. It's going to go 5-3, and a nice job there. Moving over to third on the throw over is going to be Harvey. So it'll be a 5-3 for out number 2. But moving over to third. On the throw over go the Dragons. So now runner over at third. Stepping up here is Jones. She's 0 for 2 at the plate today, trying to help herself out. She's now in at pitching. That one's on the inside. Ball 1 to her. So 2 outs. Got a runner down there at third here for the Dragons, trying to push another one across here in this inning. That's going to be a shot out into right center field, and that is going to be a dinger. 2-run shot from Jones. And that'll make it a 9-3 ball game. On the big shot there to Jones to right center field. So Lady Dragons have tightened it up a little bit here on the 2-run shots by Jones. So that'll bring Bass to the plate. She's 0 for 2. Started off the pitcher, now over at first. And Bagley gives up the big dinger there after having won herself. It's now a 9-3 ball game here, and the bases are empty. So here comes Bass to the plate here, trying to keep it going here for Lady Dragons. Outside, ball 1. Like Coach Mason said, probably told him that the first thing is get that goose egg off the scoreboard. They've done that here, and they've added a couple more to it. So still got another inning or 2 to go here. They're still going with the 2 out, trying to keep this 2 out rally happening now for the Lady Dragons. That's low for ball number 2. So 2-0 to her as Bass stands right in. Here's the pitch. That's in there on the outside corner. Nice pitch. 2-1. So the 2-1 count. Harley will be on deck here if Bass can get on. Oh, that was a nice pitch. 2-2. So the 2-2 count. That was low. It's going to be ball 3. And that'll make it a full count here. So the payoff pitch ready to go here as Harley's going to stand on deck and try to get on here if Bass can get on. And Bagley trying to get out of this inning here. And the payoff pitch on the way. Foul the ball. So after the foul ball, we'll set everybody right back up here. And the 3-2 once again. And that's going to be a little runner down the first base line there, and that will be Webb picking that up, taking care of it unassisted for the 3rd out. But the Lady Dragons do get 3 hits. They bring in a few runs here to make it now a 9-3 ball game as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 9-3 coming up for the Joaquin Rams. It will be Wilson. Oh, sorry, that will be Cater, Wilson, and Bradshaw will be the first 3 up when we come back right here on the Net SN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
Back here, folks, Cater steps in here. And first pitch to her. Coming in here for ball number 1. Cater steps up here. She is 0 for 2 of the base on balls. Her 2 times up. Scored a run. That's in there for a strike now, 1-1. 31 pitches through her 1 inning of work. 2 base on balls there for Jones. Gave up a couple of hits as well. Up inside. Now goes to 2-1. So Cater. See if the Lady Rams can get back a couple of those runs that they gave up right there. Now 2-2 counts. But Lady Rams also know they can go to the top half of the 7th, get 3 outs, and get out of this thing with a victory. And that's going to be ball number 4. So base on balls here by Jones. That's how it kind of started there back into that 4th inning for the big rally. They brought 10 batters to the plate. Cater with the walk. So runner now over at first is Cater for the Lady Rams. Coming to the plate. Looks like we may get a switch up here. Wilson coming to the plate. She was hit by a pitch. She's 2 for 2. They're going to get a runner here for, it's going to be number 16. That'll be Olivia O'Rear will be the runner here for Cater. Pinch runner, O'Rear. So our rear will be over at first as a pinch runner. All right, so here comes Wilson to the plate. We said 2 for 2 and hit by a pitch. Scored a run. Her 3 times at the plate today. We'll face Jones here into the bottom half of the 6th inning. But no outs and a runner over at first. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 to her. Big inning came in the 4th there for the Lady Rams. That was on the inside there. Nice job getting out of the way for Wilson. As they had 5 hits. Big 2-run dinger in there as well. So ended up 6 runs on that inning there for Lady Rams to open it up a little bit. That one's low for ball number 2. It'll be 2-1 to her. Up next will be Bradshaw. Webb will be in the hole here for Lady Rams. That's low. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Up inside, that is ball number 4. So back-to-back balls. Base on balls, puts runners at first and second. So no outs, now runners at first and second. Coming to the plate is Bradshaw. That's in there for strike number 1 to her. That's a shot over to the left side, and that's going to get out of play. Long strike there to Bradshaw. 0-2. Bradshaw coming to the plate today. She's 0 for 2 with the base on balls. Her 3 times up. She made a couple of great plays out there in the field. And she's 0-2 now here with runners at first and second for the Lady Rams. They're trying to place a mat on here in this 6th inning. Great play there by Lavelle to snag that one. It's now 1-2. Pitch on the way. That's a shot right there at the shortstop, and they're going to get her at the 3rd there onto the force. Nice job there. And on the force, that'll be 6-5 for out number 1. Moving runner up to second, and a fielder's choice there for Bradshaw. So 1 out into the inning, and that will go first and second where they will be. So 1 out coming to the plate now will be Webb. Webb 0 for 1. Get that 1 for 2 with a fielder's choice. Her 3 times up. That one's fouled off. And an 0-1 count to her. So Webb standing right in here. And Jones with the pitch. That's going to be a shot out there, and that'll get down into right field. Nice job there by Shoulder. She played up a little bit on it for the play. And that's out number 2. Keeping runners at first and second. So with 2 outs, come to the plate will be Wilson. 1 for 2 at the plate today. 0 for 1 at the plate today with 2 base on balls. And that's in there for a strike. Strike 1 to her, Wilson. Wilson standing in, swinging and a miss. Now 0-2. The Lady Dragons looking to get out of here. Going to have to score some runs. In the top half of that 7 as they trailed by 6 right now. Lady Rams going to look for 3 outs to get out of this with a victory. Here's the pitch. That's up high to Wilson. Now 1-2. Wilson trying to advance the runners. Got Bradshaw at first, Wilson at second. That's going to be low for ball 2. Ball away. That one's in there high. Ball 3. That'll run that count full. So Jones looking to get Wilson to swing through here, get this last out. Get her team back up to bat. There's the swing and a miss and the strikeout that Jones needed. And that'll do it here into the inning, but they will leave a couple after getting No hits and no errors there by the Lady Dragons. So we will go to the top half of the 7th inning. It will be Harley, Ferris, and Jones coming up. When we come back to face Bagley, it is a 9-3 ball game here in Joaquin on your Piney Woods area game of the day.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center. Year in and year out, Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep has backed the riders. And year in and year out, Wright Chrysler is the place you go for the right vehicles, Jeeps, SUVs, cars, and trucks. Sales manager Jeff Baker and Chrysler and Rough Rider standout Greg Hubbard would love to set you up with the right vehicle at Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
Alrighty, folks, we are back here as we go to the top half of the 7th inning, and the Shelbyville Dragons trailing it now 9-3, and they trailed it by 6. It will be Harley, Ferris, and Jones, the first 3 up here, as the Lady Dragons were able to get a couple runs across there in that 6th inning as they made Bagley work a little bit there in that inning. So we'll see if she could come out here. She had some 3-up, 3-down innings earlier, and here comes Bagley with the first pitch, and that's going to be a high fly ball, and it'll be shallow center. And coming down there in center for it is Wilson. She'll make the play, and out number 1. So quick out here for Bagley. And it's pitch number 80 for her on the afternoon. 8 strikeouts. She's given up 5 hits and of the 3 runs. No errors behind her by her team. Stepping in now will be Ferris. She's 0 for 2 at the plate today. Facing Bagley here with 1 out. That's ball 1. So ball 1 here to her. It's fair. Stands in. She's going to send that one over to the screen. It is now a 1-1 count. So Ferris right back in with a 1-1. Bagley ready to go. Here's the pitch. That's a shot. Watch out, Coach Mason down there. Trying to take out Coach down there. 1-2. So 1-2 count, 1 out. After the foul ball. Ferris standing right back in here. Trying to get something going here in this top half of the 7th inning. Pitch high, 2-2. Two pitch from Bagley. Just gets a piece of it to stay alive there. Stays 2-2. Anglin sits down in behind. Ferris in the box, ready to go. Checking the sign as Bagley. She steps up, ready to go here into the circle. And the 2-2. Oh, just missed with that pitch. That was a nice pitch right there. 3-2 now is the count. Ooh, I think Bagley and Anglin both wanted that pitch right there. Just a little off the bar. Full count now. Bagley bringing it. Swing and a miss for the strikeouts. She hadn't had a strikeouts. Well, she had 1 strikeout there in the 6th. That was the first one since back in the 3rd. So another strikeout. Number 9 on to the afternoon here for Bagley. So with 2 outs, nobody on. Coming to the plate here will be Jones. She's 0 for 2 at the plates. First pitch, low inside, ball one. Bagley trying to finish it off here for the Lady Rams. Get out of here with a big district victory, make it a 9-3 here. And Jones taking that one on the outside is now 2-0. Coming up on pitch number 89 of the ball game here for Bagley. Yeah, really that sixth inning was really the only one that was really tough. That's a runner out there to second. Oh, and it goes off of Webb and bounces into the field of play. And Jones is going to get the hit. I don't know if we can call. I don't want to call that an error. I kind of do because it should have been either way, but we're going to call that the first error of the ball game. We're going to make sure Webb is okay. And Bagley going to get a chatting to here by the coach. Coach McCann going to come out here with 2 outs and now runner over at first. Put the runner over at first here and give that. That's going to have to be an error. First one of the ball game here by first error of the ball game by any team, and a nice try there by Webb. It just kind of got down the bounce right there in front of her and bounced off to her right side and got out into right field. So that'll get the runner on here. And Jones is on with 2 outs. So stepping to the plate now will be Lawson. She's 1 for 2 at the plate today. Freshman scored a run back in the 6th, got things started for him. Gets a piece of that one to foul it off, 0-1. Sitting over there at first. As Lawson steps right back in, Harvey will be on deck. If Lawson can get on, continue this inning here. As Bagley trying to get out of this inning and out of this game for her team with a 9-3 victory here. 0-1 to Lawson. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-1. Thanks for joining us here today, folks. We'll have a short post game after this one and give you our Wiggins Farm post game show, and then we'll get you ready for tomorrow. We'll be ready in Shelbyville tomorrow at about 1 o'clock for Shelbyville and Timpson softball. Well, that one just outside, now 2-1. Nice eye there by Lawson, staying away from that one. That will be the home of the Lady Dragons as the Timpson Lady Bears come to town. And then next Tuesday, we'll be right back here as Joaquin and Beckfield hook it up here, and this is going to be a good one here next Tuesday. That's a little runner there to the shortstop. And now that is Bradshaw coming up on it, and it'll go 6-4 to the third out and wrap it up here for the Lady Rams as they get the victory here, 9-3 on the final against the Lady Dragons of Shelbyville. And a great game here by Bagley, who pitched a wonderful game. And she's going to pick up the victory here, and a big win here by the Lady Dragons of. By the Lady Rams of Joaquin to get a big district win here over the Lady Dragons of Shelbyville. So we got our Wiggins Farm post-game show. That is coming up, folks. We'll be right back and wrap up this one as our first game broadcast here on your Piney Woods area game of the day from Joaquin. Joaquin gets the win 9-3 over Shelbyville here on the softball field.
The Wiggins Farms post-game show also brings you Elite Hair Design. Find them on Foster Street. Carrie Wiggins and her staff use only elite products to turn out ladies with elite hair design.
At Aurora Concepts, our team of doctors and advanced practice providers are highly trained and qualified in family medicine. We strive to provide our patients guidance towards the healthiest lifestyle possible, no matter their age. We offer a full spectrum of family medicine, including scheduled appointments, telehealth services you can do from home, and walk-in visits with no appointment. We accept all major insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we also have the most competitive self-pay rates in the area. For highly trained expert care in East Texas, choose Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here as we get ready to wrap this up in a 9-3 victory for the Lady Rams of Joaquin today over the Lady Dragons of Shelbyville. And a nice win here by the Lady Rams, and it was a good team effort. Everybody getting in on the action out there. Let's clear off all of this stuff here. As this one is over here, and it is a final score. It is a 9-3 here this afternoon. So that's where we are. Let's wrap this thing up. Winning pitcher is going to be Bagley. She threw 92 pitches. She had 9 strikeouts on the ball game. She gave up 6 hits, and the 3 runs were charged to her. Her team had 1 error behind her. And the losing pitcher is going to be Bass, as she ended up with 87 pitches on the afternoon. She had 6 strikeouts, 4 base on balls. She gave up 6 hits, and 7 of those runs were charged to her. And then coming in behind her was Jones. She had 4 base on balls. She threw 48 pitches as well. She gave up a few hits and a couple of runs here to the Lady Rams, as that was the way it goes. So that's the way it was. It was the Lady Rams with 9 runs, 8 hits, 6 left on, and 1 error. It was 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 left on, and no errors for the Lady Dragons here in this ball game from Joaquin. So that's going to wrap it up here today. As our winning pitcher is Bagley, and we're going to say that she pretty much was our player of the game as well. She went to the plate 4 times. She was 3 for 3. She had a big home run. She scored a couple of runs, and she pitched very well out there. So Bagley is our Center Motor Company player of the game here for the Lady Rams of Joaquin. Great game here for Coach Mason and the Lady Dragons. As you know, we're early in the district season, but these are all big wins here. This district is one of the toughest here in Region 3 coming out of this district. So we'll be back tomorrow here on the NetSN for more softball action. We'll come to you from Shelbyville, home of the Lady Dragons, as they will welcome the Lady Bears of Timpson to town. Then we'll be back here next Tuesday as Beckville Lady Bearcats and the Lady Rams of Joaquin will hook it up here for Coach McCann and his squad. That's coming up Tuesday here on the NetSN. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here tonight, and hope everyone had as much fun listening to it as we've had putting it out there for you. We're going to wrap this thing up here this afternoon. Hope everyone has a great, awesome, blessed, and wonderful night. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for more softball here on NetSN. Have a blessed night, everybody. We're out. Bye-bye.
3-point shot.
It's a powering shot, baby.
Red Horse takes it to the house.
This has been a presentation of the Rough Rider broadcast team, brought to you by Watlington and Shires Productions.